Hello guys and welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be doing something that I wanted to do for a while, and that is 10 art styles challenge, which I'm going to try with this original character of mine named Vilya. So basically I'm gonna draw this character in 10 different art styles which are famous. So the first one is going to be Powerpuff Girls. Now I grew up watching this show and I was obsessed with it, and when I was a child, I used to relate to Bubbles a lot. But as I grew up in my teenage years, I started relating to more to like Blossom. But nowadays, as an adult, I think Buttercup is the most relatable character. Anyway, this style was really easy. And I think this character design style is really amazing, even though it's not that much detailed, it conveys a lot, because I have seen that all the villain characters have sharper edges and sharper shoes and stuff, while the three girls they look like more round and soft and cute. So yeah, this is a very subtle move by the artist, but it's very effective. This is the Powerpuff Girls. The next one that I chose was Peanuts. Peanuts is a comic. You might have read it. I used to read it a lot as a child, even though I didn't always understand what they were talking about. Sometimes they have really good puns. If you're not familiar with Peanuts, you might be familiar with Snoopy the dog. Come on, you guys should know Snoopy at least. Yeah, it's the same comic. So Peanuts also has a very simplistic yet effective style, and to draw my character I had to research a bit, look at the other characters, and I've seen subtle differences that make them stand out, which is kind of amazing. This challenge is very useful if you want to learn character designing, because you get to explore other characters and find out a lot of things which you don't at first sight. So this was Peanuts, and then we have the Phineas and Ferb style, and for that I used Candace as my reference. Now Phineas and Ferb is one of my favorite kids shows. It's so amazing, and I remember that during my summer vacations I used to watch this show a lot. Remember most of the songs, and all in all I just love the show, and also the concept of the show. And I relate to Candace a lot because I am a control freak at times, and when people do something wrong and they're not caught for it, I just get really annoyed at that. And I was rooting for Candace the whole time, and that's very different. I haven't seen people root for Candace in the show. Anyway, for the skull in her dress, I used Buford's t-shirt as a reference, so it looks cohesive. And here's Candace. The next one that I decided to go with was Rick and Morty. And Rick and Morty is, I think, it's straight up the best adult cartoon show that I have ever watched. I'm pretty sure. It is amazing. It has a really rotten, dark sense of humor, which I really love. It's not for everyone. Not everyone can digest the show. I have seen some people being disgusted and grossed out by it, but I love it. And for this character design, I used the reference of Jessica, that is Morty's crush, and I kept her till her knees only. Yeah, because it would help me make the character the spread at the end. Yeah. And then we have South Park. Okay, let's all be honest. South Park has one of the best character designs. It is so simple yet so effective. I think the reason that they have used such a uh, such a stupid style. Yeah, I would call it stupid because the show is stupid, the content is stupid, and it really suits the content. This style, this is just big heads and bodies that are always scuttling away and not walking. The next one that I went for is Adventure Time. Now, Adventure Time, I really love how they draw the characters in Adventure Time, especially Marceline. So that's where I took the inspiration from. I really like the flowiness of the bodies, but I realized that it is really hard to do digitally. It is easier to do in a traditional medium because you have much more control over what you're doing. But yeah, it was fun to do because of how simple it was, and I was done really quick with this one. And after Adventure Time, I moved on to another really amazing style that I'm awed by. I won't say that it's very versatile, but I mean, it has its own charm, and that is obviously none other than Tim Burton. I love Tim Burton's style, but I never thought I would be able to replicate it properly, because usually I always draw pretty people, but the way Tim Burton, like conventionally pretty people, but the way Tim Burton draws is very different from my style. It's sketchy and it's spooky, and I didn't think I would be able to achieve it, but I succeeded. And I think I had the most fun in doing this one because I had it was so unique and different for me that it was such a enjoyable moment for me. And I of course used the reference of Corpse Bride from Tim Burton's movie. What was that movie? I forgot the name of the movie. Anyway, yeah, that's what I used. And this one is my favorite, how it turned out, because I was the most scared about this one too. And I think I'm gonna try this in the future a lot more, drawing in different styles. I think I'm gonna do another video with drawing in 10 different anime styles. This is why I didn't include the animes in this video, because I wanted to save them for later. Anyway, I really enjoyed doing Tim Burton styled horns on her head, and yeah, this turned out pretty amazing. The skull is a reference to Jack Skellington, and yeah, that's about it. The next one that I did was Bratz. Bratz was... I didn't have any Bratz dolls, but I used to play a lot of Bratz dress-up games and stuff. So I'm really familiar with the art style, and I never liked it. I know that Bratz style is really famous with some people. Kylie Jenner even got her lips done like a Bratz character, but I don't know, I just never liked it. I think they're too glam for my taste, and I don't know, I don't like too much glam in art styles, or I'm more into subtleties and simplicities such as Powerpuff Girls and Peanuts. But anyway, it was fun to draw, especially those lips were really fun to draw, and those eyebrows, those eyebrows are so on fleek, literally. Anyway, I think for the Bratz one, the hair was pretty difficult for me because I'm not used to drawing that much sleek hair as Bratz, but I managed. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well with the amount of highlight it has. It looks like a Bratz doll. And lastly, I decided to do one of the most famous art styles, that is the Disney style. So for the Disney style, I went with the 2D Disney style that they used in those old classic Disney princess movies such as Snow White, Cinderella. Mainly I took the reference from Cinderella. As you can see, I had to keep the picture of Cinderella beside it to keep a track of what I'm doing. And I think it was pretty difficult, even though at first I thought it's gonna be easy, but it was not. For the horns, I took inspiration from Maleficent, and I think they turned out pretty awesome. Like, they don't look out of place, even though I was worried that they might, because the character Vilea is morally dubious character. But I used Cinderella's character design for her reference, which is Cinderella is like the epitome of politeness and kindness. So I was worried about the horns not suiting her character design, but it did, which was surprising, and it made me happy. But of course, I underestimated how difficult the Disney style would be. All's well that ends well, and I managed to end it well. So I think this journey, this challenge has helped me a lot. Even though I won't realize it instantly, I know that these subtle things that I learned about character design are going to be really useful in the future to me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well, as much as I did making it. And now I'm gonna reveal all the pictures. So this is my character design, and the rest are gonna just come through. And I wanted to ask you guys a question, that I have been meaning to do this character redesign challenge, but I don't know whether to redesign the Disney princesses or Naruto characters, because both of those things are like my favorite. But I have to choose one to redesign them as high school kids. So click here to vote which one you think I should make, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.